Hey guys, welcome back to Coptool. I'm Rob, alongside me is Sarah, and this is what happened this week in the world of power tools.
A chippy chick wears her PPE in record time and Matt freezes all of his pipes.
April shows us how to cool our dogs, and epic tool comparos rule the day.
Those stories and more coming up next.
This is your Coptool Week in Review. Usually, if a content creator sets out to build something great and fails like 8 times, they just don't upload the video, but not AvE. Nope, instead he shared all 14 minutes and 8 attempts to mill a new masthead for his submarine-themed barbecue. And if that sentence confuses you, well, you haven't watched enough AvE yet. You can find him on YouTube.
Admit it, you've watched all 14 minutes of that.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, so did I. Could watch him fail all day long.
Actually, can't watch him fail all day long, it's only 14 minutes long.
Oh, brother. TVB is up to their old jigs and tricks again, this time putting 9 popular cordless angle grinders to the test. Power, ergonomics, endurance, they cover everything that we've grown to expect from their detailed comparos. Hilti and Bosch claimed 3rd and 2nd respectively, but 1st place, well, you'll have to go watch it for yourself to find out, and then promptly disagree in the comments below. You can find the full 20-minute video at Toolbox Buzz on YouTube and read the full article at toolboxbuzz.com.
So it wasn't about sandwiches after all?
I'm not explaining this to you again.
All right, fine. Dorsum took a break from solving problems for astronauts, seriously, to review the DeWalt 20V Max XR cordless compact router. Now, Nate could have easily used the router to make a few pretty edges, but instead he proceeds to beat the living crap out of it and came away really impressed with the power, balance, and build quality. Now we just need to see him compared to the new Milwaukee compact router. Until then, you can find the review at Dorsum Tool Reviews on YouTube.
Another in-depth mega comparo was published this week, this time by the guys at Pro Tool Reviews. And this was easily their biggest one yet. 50 cordless drills. I seriously had no clue that there were that many. Of course, one was by Fisher-Price and another by Hasbro, but still, 50. They spent a ton of time comparing power, ergonomics, and their ability to compress a front spring from a Ford Ranger.
Finally.
Right? You can find out who won each category at Pro Tool Reviews on YouTube and read no less than 4 new comparo articles at protoolreviews.com.
Hey, you know that dude with Clint?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Tom.
Okay.
And he looks exactly like Xander Berkeley.
Who?
You know, George Mason from 24.
What? What?
Well, he does. Anyways, enough shenanigans. Let's get back to the job with some actual work with Rob Robillard.
Hey Rob, Sarah. In remodeling, a lot of times we're dealing with new and we're trying to make it blend and mesh with old, and we want to try to match what's in the existing house and not clash. So for trim, sometimes that's easy. Sometimes we can go and just buy something off the shelf and it's perfect. In older homes, it's not always easy. So a tip that I always use, and I always tell guys, is I use these contour tools. And it's just these needles, these feeler gauge kind of needles, and they basically contour to different shapes. And the way I use them is I'll use them to match up trim and molding. And I first load it, and then for instance, if I want to look at this crown molding here, I'm going to push on the crown molding in and then come back out. So that's going to give me a profile, and I'm going to take this profile, I'm going to scribe it, trace it on a piece of paper and try to match it up to the moldings at the lumber yards. And sometimes if that doesn't work, I'll bring it to a mill shop and have them mill it up for me. Or I'll have a molding knife made and we'll put it on a Williams Hussey machine and we'll make our own molding to match these old houses. But this is a contour guide. It's like $15 and it's a great tool when you're in remodeling, trying to match profiles. I'll talk to you guys later.
Now, we can always count on Matt for informative looks inside the world of tradesmen, but this week he decided to fill copper pipes with water, seal them off with a variety of techniques including sweat-on, PEX, and press fittings, and then freeze them. Now, I'm no plumber, but I was pretty sure they would all burst, you know, because of expanding water. The same thing that splits mountains in half. But want to guess what happens? You can see for yourself at Matt Reisinger on YouTube.
For my project of the week, we have 2 of my favorite things, Texas and doggos. This week, April Wilkerson posted a video where she and her mama built a dog wading pool complete with perfectly spaced deck boards, a kiddie pool, an easy drain system, and shade from the sun. This is perfect for any 4-legged friend in your life. My dog would love this. Maybe that's what I should do this holiday weekend. Anyway, go check it out and get the plans from April Wilkerson on YouTube. Now, if you have a project or find a project that you think I should feature in the show, please email it to me at projects@coptool.com.
Hey Sarah, want to know what's happening on the job?
Not really.
Me too. No worries, because it's time for more construction junk with Shay.
Welcome back to Construction Junk. Here's what's happening in the news. Fast food giant McDonald's recently opened a new 9-story headquarters in downtown Chicago, and regardless of how you feel about their burgers, the method they used to build it was seriously cool. The general contractor, McHugh Construction, used top-down construction to shave 4 months off of a 22-month schedule. This method allows both the underground work and the above-ground work to happen at the same exact time. In other news, Mortensen Construction announced a partnership with Built Robotics to bring driverless construction equipment to some of their job sites. The company stated that the robots will be used on remote job sites like wind and solar farms, where it's typically hard to find enough workers. For more on these and other stories about the construction industry, visit constructionjunkie.com.
All right, before we head off to enjoy this weekend, let's take a quick look at our favorite posts on Instagram. First up, we find the tool girl herself, Sarah Listy, who convinced us that even something as repetitive as cross-cutting lumber can be almost relaxing to watch.
The French-Canadian carpenter gives the Bosch 12-volt cordless planer a try, and after 3 short days, he ends up carrying it with him everywhere he goes. He wants to know if any of you use a hand planer or cordless planer in your shop.
The Melbourne chippy chick, the tradie lady herself, entered a Red Bull contest by putting on a whole set of PPE in less than 10 seconds. I love her.
And Channel Lock gave us a behind-the-scenes look at the making of a pair of Channel Lock pliers in Meadville, PA.
And finally today, if you are looking for something to listen to while you mow the lawn this weekend, we've got a couple quick recommendations. First up, Timothy chats with Mark Lineman of Hope Fixated on the latest episode of the Tool Crave podcast. Besides some great insight into new tools, Mark is also a real estate agent and provides some insight tips for home buyers.
Billy and Brent of the Tool Pros podcast interviewed Adam Lansby this week from Leatherman. They talk about the ever-expanding line of Leatherman multi-tools, including the new Free series that offers almost all the tools and features of the popular Wave, but in a new configuration, making it a one-handed operation. You can find either podcast on iTunes or wherever fine podcasts are stored.
All right, that's gonna do it for us this week.
So before we go, we want to let you guys know about a very special exclusive pack out deal available right now from Ohio Power Tool. They're calling it their Max Out Pack Out, especially for those of you that are starting your collection, because if you buy either the large toolbox or the rolling toolbox in that same order, you can get 25% off Milwaukee hand tools and accessories. So not only do you start the box, but you can fill it up with a whole bunch of new junk.
Awesome.
At 25% off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So go check that out. It's only good till Monday.
Yes.
Man, we had a good week.
We did. There's a lot of huge Comparo videos this week.
Yeah.
Like not small Comparos, like big, crazy jigs, crazy things to figure out.
There were quite a few, matter of fact. We've seen a lot of those this year, actually, I feel like.
Yes, we have.
So I'll tell you what, that'll be our question for this week. So in the comments below, let us know what next big Comparo you'd like to see. What specific tool, big mega, building jigs, measuring it out, testing it out, kind of Comparo you want to see, and write it in the comments below.
Ooh, like adhesives?
Okay, let's just move past that real quick.
Thank you, Ohio Power Tool, for sponsoring the show. And guys, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
We hope you had a great 4th of July and have a great holiday weekend. We'll see you next week.